Well, we've separated the men from the boys. The satchel-wearing robots are off crying to mummy, and we're left with the ones with beards and mortgages. Our 4 surviving robots have been randomly drawn in battle against each other. The winners will then fight for a place in our series semi-finals. All you need to win is bash the brains out of the other robots, or at least immobilise them. If there's no clear-cut winner, then a decision will be made by our panel of judges who'll be looking at style, control, damage and aggression. Let's get stuck in!
The first semi-final, Whirling Dervish against Panic Attack.
2 very different robots in the next battle. The Panic Attack team, what's going to be your technique?
Just go in there and push him around the ring if you can. Try and get him into a house robot and hope they deal with him.
So, Whirling Dervish, it's not really in bits, is it? It's just that...
It's just been charged up. All we've got to do is put the lid on and it's all working.
Good, so it's better than it looks. Tactics, any?
Oh, stand in the middle and whirl the whirling bits, I think.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Panic Attack, the faster, heavier but smaller of the 2, has to avoid those flailing lumps of metal. Has to avoid the circular saw blade underneath if Whirling Dervish gets up on top like that. But flipped up by the 2 electrically operated lifting spikes, could be in danger. Has to avoid the PPZ, don't forget. The perimeter patrol zone guarded by our own house robots, tugged and pulled and flipped, and now in comes Dead Metal with those horrible pincers dragging it back in to the kill. Burning rubber. In goes Dead Metal. He loves it. We all love it. And that's the crazy world of Robot Wars. And in comes Shunt, and there's the camera, and there's the pickaxe, and this looks deadly now for Whirling Dervish. Have they given up the ghost? Let's see what's happening to Panic Attack. Oh, look at that damage caused to Sergeant Bash. His fan club does not look amused. And Matilda may want revenge on behalf of the house robots. Good dodge by Panic Attack, but Bash looks in real trouble there. And I think Panic Attack has done enough, because the Whirling Dervish team have virtually retired. Immobilised and out, surely.
Well, lads, what went wrong there, then?
Well, I think it's rather obvious we had the wrong way up, and I think we just had a retread on the tyre, but never mind.
Unlucky, lads. Panic Attack. Not only did you bash Whirling Dervish, you also bashed Sergeant Bash.
Yeah, well, we were after Shunt because we owed him, but he seemed to keep away from us.
Brilliant. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause.
The boys from Wales are Welsh Dragons. Panic Attack through.
Hey! Welcoming the heroes. Everybody loved you. Not only did you have a good battle with the Whirling Dervish, but also you got your revenge, didn't you, on the house robots?
Oh, yes, we did. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
The second semi-final, Corporal Punishment against Disruptor.
They've worked together side by side for the whole time, and now they've got to take each other on. Is that going to be difficult? Have you become mates?
Yeah, but that's not a problem when you get in the arena, is it? So.
What's it going to be like?
I think there's going to be a lot of shoving going on because they're both quite powerful robots.
3, 2, 1, activate.
So will Corporal Punishment's lifting scoop come into play here against that deadly circular saw on the movable arm of Disruptor? A bit of toing and froing going on, testing each other out. There's the Disruptor team, Anthony Lockwood, Masayo Kobayashi and Wayne Martin. The saw on the movable arm driven by the petrol engine. Rammed by Corporal Punishment. Don't forget the judges will evaluate aggression and style. Adam Clark, the 35-year-old designer driver of Corporal Punishment. Masayo saying, come on. If you fancy a bit, then take us on. Matilda awaits on the PPZ. Ooh, now there's a little bit of a bent, damaged prong on the front of the Corporal Punishment lifting scoop. And in comes Matilda with the circular saw to cause damage here on Corporal Punishment, and the house robots close in for the kill. A lick of flame, the axe blade of Shunt, the chainsaw of Matilda, and there waiting in the background was Bash as well. Not much damage caused on the aluminium shell though. Adam Clark, for some strange perverse reason, enjoying the damage and destruction to his own robot. Breaking away. Time running out, though. Has to come in here and do something spectacular to win this against Disruptor now. Cool. Mean, moody and menacing. Disruptor. They look as if they could go through here. It'll go to the judges. Key points. Good aggression there from Corporal Punishment. And again. Pushed away by Disruptor. But there's the damage caused to Corporal Punishment. And that affected mobility.
OK, I've just got the decision. It's a very, very, very close contest. But the winner is Disruptor! Wow! How do you feel about that? Waiting for the next one. Waiting for the next one. You must be terribly disappointed.
I can build something new for next year now.
You can build something new for next year. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. See you in the next round, lad.
How did you feel that went?
I thought it was very, well, it obviously was very, very close, but I didn't know until he said what we weren't. I didn't know.
You didn't meter out the Corporal Punishment, you took it.
Yeah, we had a problem with the grills. Got bent underneath when we hit them too hard a few times, and only got reversed, and the only way reverse was into house robots, so that's all we could do.
So how did you feel about the judge's decision?
They're judges, aren't they, so their decision's final.
All Welsh final. Panic attack against Disruptor.
3, 2, 1, activate.
The saw against the lifting spikes. Panic attack lower. Lower centre of gravity. Getting in underneath that saw, though. How low can the saw go? Seemed to me it couldn't get it down to create damage there to Panic attack. And I think the lifting spikes, made from hardened steel, 12 inches long, could cause problems here. Panic attack trying to push Disruptor back towards that pit there, and again, using the four-wheel drive towards the pit of oblivion. Disruptor on the edge here. They want the end. Down, 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 out, and the end is nigh, and comes for Disruptor. A spinning spider's web.
Oh, Panic attack! Well, you've won your heat. You're through to the series semi-finals. How you feeling?
We're feeling great.
Tell me, what was your game plan on this game?
We wanted to get the spikes on the front up underneath his bodywork, so he didn't have any traction at all, either then into the house robots or into the pit. Worked a treat.
You seem to have some problems sort of lifting him up, though, didn't you?
Well, we put the forks under, but it was nothing inside the bodywork to hold it there, so it was just going up. Couldn't pick him up at all.
Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause! Well, if you need the pumps in the hair restores, you're too old for Robot Wars. Good night.
And Craig, the lineup for our first series semi-final is complete. Napalm with the prongs. Mace with the waspish stripes and sting. Mortis with its punctuating pickaxe. Behemoth's bulldozing bulldog spirit. Killatron, pretty in pink, don't believe it. And tonight's winner, Panic Attack.
We are getting sponsored per round for some people, but a lot of companies are giving us a donation being in the competition.
So this means you've raised a huge amount for charity.
Well, we're going to raise a bit more when we go home.
Fantastic, well done.